Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, December 23rd at 3:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 760 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. House GOP leader McCarthy reportedly nixes Pelosi's attempt to pass $2,000 payments by unanimous consent. Missouri couple charged with murder of 4-year-old girl they claimed was possessed by a demon. California COVID patient beats roommate to death with oxygen tank. Trump news, live, President vetoes defense bill ahead of Christmas trip to Mar-a-Lago. South Dakota's controversial governor wields flamethrower in Instagram post. Giuliani told to prepare for imminent legal action from Dominion Voting Systems. Don't make the same mistake I did by visiting Disney World during the pandemic. It's just not worth it. Animal activist poses as Smithfield Foods CEO on Fox Business, trashes company to oblivious Maria Bartiromo. China reportedly demanded that big Chinese tech companies like Alibaba and Tencent process stolen U.S. data for the nation's top spies. Georgia U.S. Senate race, Ossoff again campaigning in overtime. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Andrew Yang files paperwork to run for New York City mayor, NBC New York. UK government confirms second strain of coronavirus, CNBC. Meghan Markle and Harry release their Christmas card showing off Archie's shock of red hair, Daily Mail. Antibody status and incidence of SARS-CoV-2 infection in healthcare workers, NEJM.org. Ohio cop's body cam shows he shot unarmed black man within 10 seconds of encounter, NPR. Trump vetoes massive defense bill despite overwhelming GOP support, CNN. Axe-wielding vandal smashes windows of North Dakota senator's Fargo office, NBC News. Turkish exiled journalist Kandar sentenced to more than 27 years in prison on terror charges, CBS News. Watch the 7 minutes of terror awaiting NASA's perseverance on its Martian descent, Gizmodo. Apple asks for M1 MacBook feedback, what would you change? Poll, 9 to 5 Mac. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Trump delays COVID bill, leaving millions of desperate Americans in limbo. Balloon boy parents convicted in 2009 hoax are pardoned by governor. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's sweet Christmas card is finally here. 16 standout moments from the royal family's wild year. British model Stella Tenen dies at 50. Georgia poll closures limit Black, Latino voting in Senate runoffs, advocates say. GOP voters say they back Trump over congressional Republicans. For adults estranged from their parents, holidays during COVID-19 are a relief. Kim Cattrall remains done with Sex and the City as revival rumors heat up. Trump vetoes defense bill. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Dog back with owner 8 years after being stolen. Cop search for man they say killed UPS driver. 17-year-old graduates from University of Houston. Backyard ice rinks gain popularity amid COVID. $60 K plus raised in virtual food drive. Woman finds COVID-19 test in Kohl's package. Columbus Zoo welcomes third giraffe calf born this year. 95-year-old World War II vet gets a drive-by birthday party. Cops seek man after mom shot twice. 21 taken to hospital after explosion. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Salt Lake City says it will reopen schools once teachers are vaccinated. Trump vetoes military bill, setting up first override of his term. Ancient DNA shows humans settled Caribbean in 2 distinct waves. For millions of jobless, Christmas is a season to endure, not celebrate. Blackwater's bullet scarred Iraqis, Trump's pardon renew the pain. Now airing on the local news in Tennessee, ads for Georgia candidates. Son Yang's 8-year doping ban is overturned. The life of Calvin Hayworth, a veteran who helped raise his granddaughters after unspeakable loss. Stimulus, pardons, blue whales, your Wednesday evening briefing. COVID-19 changed our restaurant's business overnight. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's cheery Christmas card featuring 1-year-old son Archie revealed. Jada Pinkett's mom Adrienne opens up about Olivia Jade interview on Red Table Talk. A child so sick they feared the worst, now they urge change. Coronavirus board game created by German sisters sells out, report. Christmas in the IQ, decorations, lights and many tears too. ICE, 4,000 plus known or suspected gang members, including those in ME's 13, deported in FY 2020. More than 100 lakh pastors pen letter to Senator Loeffler denouncing campaign attacks on Reverend Warnock. Emotional Rush Limbaugh thanks listeners, supporters in final broadcast of 2020. Buffalo Bills QB Josh Allen can throw a football 100 plus yards, teammate says. Struggling Washington restaurant receives $1K Christmas tip. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, December 23rd. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Secret Santa's caught red-handed in Northern California, neighbors welcome mysterious visitors. Woman says she found used COVID-19 test swab in package from Kohl's. New video shows COVID-19 patients lined up in California hospital hallways as surge continues. 23 rescued in explosion at Baltimore gas and electric office building, 9 critically injured. Stimulus package update, $2,000 checks coming soon, Democrats rush to increase payment after Trump demands more for Americans. Steelers need to find run game, take some shots to beat Colts in crucial Week 16 matchup, says CBS Charles Davis. Convicted killer David Misch charged with 1988 kidnapping, murder of missing 9-year-old Michaela Gerrecht. A mystery we cannot solve, hundreds of birds of prey roost in woman's yard, showering it with pellets. I heard how much they were in pain. 6-year-old girl organizes toy giveaway for children spending holidays in hospital. Deputy abandoned as an infant helps bring Christmas gifts to St. Children's Shelter where he was taken. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Chance of falling iguanas. Weather Service says reptiles may drop from trees due to low temperatures. Meghan Markle and Harry release their Christmas card showing off Archie's shock of red hair. Tear-jerking story behind photo of 2 penguins embracing while watching Melbourne skyline. Ed Sheeran earned $70 million last year despite taking a break from music. Why is South Africa's new variant so scary? UK bans travel to say. Channel 4 will mock the Queen by using a deepfake version of Her Majesty. Speeding up our COVID-19 jab program is the only way to beat the mutated virus, experts warn. Prince Charles and Camilla will join a host of A-list stars to read The Night Before Christmas. Stella Tennant found dead at 50 months after the breakdown of her marriage. Brexit deal before Christmas, talks on trade agreement hinge on fish worth less than Paul Pogba. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. The pandemic dealt a blow to global trade and revived an old dream, self-reliance. After months of isolation, a hug room lets Italian nursing home residents touch family for the first time. Assassin silence another voice of Afghan democracy in Kabul killing. Scenes of Santa spreading cheer in a year that gave the world a lump of coal. In Iraq, Trump's Blackwater pardons meet with cynicism, fatigue. Zambian police say 2 shot dead as opposition crowd dispersed. Turkish court sentences exiled journalist to 27 years in prison for a news report. Israel deploys submarine to Persian Gulf in message of deterrence to Iran. Frenchman arrested in Bali for alleged guns, drug possession. On my street in Rome, the coronavirus upended 2 worlds. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Royal Caribbean takes legal action against survivors of New Zealand's White Island volcano disaster. Brexit trade and security deal with EU within touching distance, says No 10. Everton 0-2 Manchester United, Carabao Cup quarter-final, as it happened. Ghislaine Maxwell wanted to divorce husband to protect him, lawyers say. Doesn't sue Amazon's Ring after camera hack leads to threats and racial slurs. Cliffhanger, an alternative explosive action flick for the seasonal die-hard fans. Trump vetoes huge U.S. defense spending bill but Congress set to override. At least 102 killed in massacre in western Ethiopia after a Abiy visit. Alaskan tribes, activists and businesses sue to save America's biggest national forest. English regions should go into COVID tier 4 now, scientists say. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Baltimore building explosion injures 23, traps workers. Politicians and vaccines, set an example or cut in line. UPS driver dies after assault, co-worker taken into custody. White House invites GOP lawmakers in Pennsylvania to lunch. Health system buckling under COVID-19 pandemic in California. Hundreds of children in U.S. affected by rare COVID-19 complication. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Brexit, EU-UK trade deal expected, as Cabinet briefed. Trump vetoes unconstitutional defense bill. Benishangul Gumuz, attackers kill dozens in western Ethiopia. Sister Abhaya, Indian priest and nun jailed for murder of convent sister. COVID-19, truckers who tested negative board ferries for France. France police shootings, 3 officers killed by gunman who is later found dead. UN criticizes Trump's pardons for Blackwater guards jailed over Iraq killings. Diego Maradona, autopsy reveals no drink or illegal drugs at time of Argentina legend's death. Over half of Chinese adults overweight, study finds. Twitter to wipe Trump's followers before Biden handover. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Trump departs WH after he vetoes defense bill. Baltimore building explosion injures 23, temporarily traps 2 workers on dangling scaffolding, officials say. Coronavirus live updates, NYC deputies to enforce quarantine, U.S. has deal for 100 more Pfizer vaccine doses, 325k U.S. deaths. Woman charged in Michigan election threats. Kamala Harris and husband donate to Toys for Tots. Trump saves pardons for personal, political allies. Hospitals packed as California nears 2 mil virus cases. Boeing partners with historically black university. Wild, wet and white, big storm threatens holiday plans across central, southern, eastern U.S. Holiday crowds at some U.S. airports. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Column, while crowds are out shopping, at LA's hospitals, it feels like we're drowning. Praying COVID-19 patient, 82, is bludgeoned to death at Lancaster Hospital. Red flag wildfire warnings issued for Southern California through Thursday. Tragic milestone, COVID-19 deaths at 9,000 in LA County, 23,000 across California. How to holiday shop as safely as possible amid a pandemic. Column, the bittersweet victory of Alex Padilla, California's first Latino U.S. Senator. Activists wield bolt cutters in a tense LA neighborhood as poor family sees empty homes. Billions of dollars spent on fighting California wildfires, but little on prevention. COVID-19 surges at LA County shopping malls as holiday customers pack stores. A family wonders if they should hope a loved one with COVID-19 lives or help them die. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, December 23rd, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. COVID-19 will be with us for the next 10 years, warns vaccine chief. Families of crash victims want U.S. to rescind approval for Boeing 737 MAX to fly again. Over half of adults in China, or more than 500 million people, are now overweight, an official report has found. Israel using General Mark Milley to pass messages to Biden administration on Iran. Iraqis were outraged, heartbroken but not surprised to hear U.S. President Donald Trump had pardoned for 4 Blackwater contractors convicted of killing Iraqi civilians in Baghdad in 2007. The world's largest lake is shrinking, the Caspian Sea is set to fall by 9 meters or more this century, an ecocide is imminent. Russia says it expects nothing good from Biden administration. COVID-19, UK confirms 2 cases of another more transmissible variant linked to South Africa. UK news. Organic meat production just as bad for climate, study finds. Plastic straws to be banned in China from 2021. Victory for children, Philippines set to raise age of consent. Germany's Lufthansa is airlifting 80 tons of fresh fruit and vegetables to the UK on Wednesday as firms seek to beat the lorry chaos at seaports. Google told its scientists to strike a positive tone in AI research, documents. Norway Supreme Court verdict opens Arctic to more oil drilling. France rewards coronavirus frontline immigrant workers with citizenship. The next headlines are from Forbes. Rockets and Thunder season opener postponed after COVID decimates Houston lineup. New coronavirus restrictions are dealing another major blow to many restaurants this holiday season. Newsom avoids vaccine fury, saying he'll wait until others go before him. Visa resumes processing payments on some MindGeek sites but maintains freeze on Pornhub. Robert Rodriguez talks We Could Be Heroes. More Alita and the appeal of Pedro Pascal. How Lo-fi hip-hop will inspire new music in 2021. Andrew Yang files paperwork for possible NYC mayoral run. 5 new series coming to Netflix in January 2021 that are worth a binge. Thanks to Nil rules, Aquinas college volleyball player becomes first to monetize her personal brand. Republican Congressman-elect Luke Lowe, 41, transferred to intensive care unit with COVID. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Superconducting qubit to optical photon transduction. Mastering Atari, Go, chess and Shaji by planning with a learned model. A genetic history of the pre-contact Caribbean. Astrocytes phagocytose adult hippocampal synapses for circuit homeostasis. Boundary-anchored neural mechanisms of location encoding for self and others. ICE inhibitors kill gram-negative bacteria and mobilize immune clearance. Pairing of segmentation clock genes drives robust pattern formation. Plasmonic topological quasi-particle on the nanometer and femtosecond scales. Nociceptive nerves regulate hematopoietic stem cell mobilization. Chromothrepsis drives the evolution of gene amplification in cancer. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,674,631,552 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Warner Brothers to release Mad Max, Fury Road prequel and The Color Purple musical in theaters in 2023. John Ecstasy Fletcher, of the pioneering rap group Houdini, dies at 56. Leslie West, frontman for Mississippi Queen band Mountain, dies at 75. How Jessica Lessing built a digital media business by covering digital media. Harry Potter's Chris Rankin explains pantomime to Americans and discusses his new role. The Best Picture race, potential strengths and vulnerabilities of the top films. Television titan Donald P. Belisario snags $5.2 million Montecito spread. From new streaming services to online courses, these are the most popular last-minute gifts this year. Hollywood slams Golden Globes for categorizing Minari as foreign language film. Enough of this nonsense. Gal Gadot talks Wonder Woman 1984 and the future of movie theaters. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Shock and dismay after Trump pardons Blackwater guard who killed 14 Iraqi civilians. Brexit, French fishermen worry what a trade deal may mean for them. Trump vetoes defense bill, setting up congressional vote to potentially override him. 11 original NPR comics that brought joy, hope and help during the pandemic. Twitter will reset at Pontu's account to 0 followers after Biden transition. What's at stake with Trump's threat, COVID-19 relief and a government shutdown. For overwhelmed and burned out COVID-19 contact tracers, help is, hopefully, coming. Biden administration, here's who has been named so far. How COVID-19 became a tremendous windfall for the ultra-rich. Russian lawmakers pass bills that could block social media sites and stifle dissent. The following headlines are from the week. Trump vetoes defense spending bill. Barr bids farewell to Justice Department staff on final day as Attorney General. Houston Rockets COVID-19 contact tracing highlights new challenges in post-bubble NBA. Brexit deal could be wrapped up within hours. Solving COVID, December 23, 2020. White House staffers were given departure instructions, then they were told to disregard them. What would actually happen if Trump tried the martial law idea? The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. The year newspaper unions roared back to life in Texas. Out of sight, out of mind. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Art and the Elegant Universe. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. A Martian round trip, NASA's Perseverance rover sample tubes. The next headlines are from Universe Today. A very interesting radio signal was just detected coming from Proxima Centauri. If a planet has a lot of methane in its atmosphere, life is the most likely cause. A proposal for a neutrino detection array spanning 200,000 square kilometers. A Canadian astronaut will be on Artemis 2, making it the second nation to send humans into deep space, but not walk on the moon. If axions explain dark matter, it could be possible to detect them nearby neutron stars. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, December 23rd. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Was this mystery radio signal really from Proxima Centauri? Space weather in Proxima's vicinity dims hopes of habitable worlds. New strain of COVID-19 explained. Photos of last night's historic Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. China's Chang'e 5 mooncraft begins extended mission. Moon, Mars, Uranus December 22 to 24. 2020 Arctic Report Card, sea ice loss, extreme wildfires. The next news is from Politico. Donald Trump gives green light to Europe-US lobster deal. EU officials prepare for Brexit deal as soon as Wednesday night. Trump leans on QAnon figures in flailing effort to overturn election. CDC, more than 1 million Americans got COVID shots. Yang files for Mayo campaign account. Trump vetoes defense bill, setting up showdown with Congress. Biden team's multi-billion-dollar school testing plan takes shape. Complete cluster. Trump leaves Washington in limbo. Biden's education secretary pick acknowledges ongoing crisis in schools. House, 2 GOP proxy votes undermine McCarthy-led suit to end the practice. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. A president unhappy, unpredictable and running out of time. Coronavirus updates live, Sydney restrictions eased for 3-day Christmas window as northern beaches split in two. Stella Tennant, British model who defined 90s fashion dies at 50. A2 Milk looks to boost Chinese connections with $250 in acquisition. The latest illustrations from artist Andrew Dyson. Retail's grand final, big discounts and busy crowds in store this Boxing Day. The latest illustrations from artist Matt Golding. Best of Cartoons, December 24, 2020. Murder probe into death of elderly South Korea man. Not just academics, mindfulness too, how Perth's top-ranking high school broke state records. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Market Extra, is the stock market open Christmas Eve, holiday and New Year's trading hours? The Moneyest, my aunt stole my mother's social security, and persuaded my elderly father to sign over power of attorney. The Moneyest, my father moved his girlfriend, her cousin and 2 kids into his 2-bedroom condo, I struggle to pay rent, what about me? The Tell, Santa Claus rally starts Thursday, why few 7-session stretches are better for the stock market. The Moneyest, our building is tipping staff 25% extra due to COVID-19, my husband wants to maintain this in 2021, I disagree, what should we do? The Moneyest, I didn't receive a $1,200 stimulus check during the first surge of COVID-19, will I get a $600 check this time around? The Moneyest, I earned $100,000 in 2019, but far less in 2020, why did I not get a stimulus check, how is that fair? The Moneyest, my boyfriend's ex-wife claims her 2 sons as dependents on her taxes, and receive their stimulus checks, but they live with us. What's worth streaming in January 2021, WandaVision, Cobra Kai, Dickinson and more. Newswatch, Santa Claus rally, anyone, why few 7-session stretches are better for the stock market. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Europe's top 5, non-patent, IP developments of 2020, IPWatchdog.com. Father-son alumni beat the sound of silence, UMass Lowell. The Canadian father of radio broadcasting The Star, Toronto Star. Who should own your China IP, intellectual property, China, Mondac News alerts. Making the world safer for Washington innovators, Felons News. Legal alert, the law on intellectual property has become applicable, intellectual property, Mongolia, Mondac News alerts. Imposing punitive damages in case of breach of trademark and design rights, intellectual property, South Korea, Mondac News alerts. Intellectual property, control from the grave Dentons, J.D. Supra. China patent law update, second reading of draft amendments, intellectual property, China, Mondac News alerts. Chitkara University listed among the leading innovators in South and Southeast Asia by Derwent, Clarivate Analytics, QS Wow News. The next headlines are from Quartz. The U.S. markets where office rents are growing fastest. 2020 is the year when the public learned how vital design is for survival. How many Pfizer and Moderna vaccines did the U.S. buy and when will they arrive? Black-footed ferrets are getting their own COVID-19 vaccine. As regulators close in, Zuck's long email trail poses an existential threat to Facebook. Politicians are as desperate for Santa to come this year as kids are. Can employers require workers to take the COVID-19 vaccine? 5 questions answered. The bunker's IPO market has obscured an important innovation for listings. Moderna and BioNTech are changing pharma with drastically different business models. UK-China relations imploded in 2020, and things could get worse. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Apparently Trump refuses to allow the government to do anything at all until the open internet is destroyed. A major wireless network flaw is still being exploited to track user locations. UK spy agency fails in attempt to bury records of its criminal activity. Daily Deal, Ultimate Cybersecurity and IT Training Bundle. Once again, Section 230's authors feel the need to tell everyone that Section 230 is not the evil you think it is. AT&T is sad because nobody wants to overpay for DirecTV. Alibaba says it's not going after Uyghurs, at least not yet. The mystery of the copyright on Sherlock Holmes' emotions goes unsolved due to settlement. Content moderation case study, Hamster, the 22nd biggest site on the internet, moderate its content using unpaid volunteers, 2020. Czech search engine says Num joins in the Let's Sue Google fund, seeks $417 million in damages. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Jetfish. Real Madrid versus Granada. Stoke City versus Tottenham. Hodney. Manchester United. Rebecca Luker. Raj on Rondo. The Midnight Sky. Stella Tennant. Kirk Cameron. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Baltimore office explosion injures 21, many critically, prompting dramatic rescue of workers stranded on high-rise, videos. ACLU sues FBI over secretly breaking smartphone encryption. If one American is killed, I'll hold you responsible, Trump's friendly health advice to Iran amid Iraq embassy closure rumors. Iran's president compares Trump to Hang Saddam, predicts U.S. President may meet same fate. Former presidential candidate Andrew Yang files paperwork to run for mayor of New York City. Video of Georgia Senate candidates dispute within wife illustrates U.S. political divide as reactions span the gamut. France sends warplanes to Central African Republic for flyover to prop up president ahead of vote in former colony. New York Governor Cuomo slammed over model for 6,700 fans to attend Buffalo Bills game amid city's bankrupting businesses. Trump vetoes the National Defense Authorization Act for 2021, sends it back to Congress. Amid election chaos in U.S., Washington expands sanctions over alleged electoral fraud in Belarus. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Rickards, financial warfare is real. Trump tweets surprise threat to Iran after latest attack on Baghdad embassy. Can we all turn Japanese? Some very good news on COVID hospitalizations. The legacy of President Donald Trump, TB. More than 1 million Americans have received first dose of COVID vaccine. I got a lot of problems, Rand Paul's 2020 airing of spending grievances. Trump NATO sparks late day lurch lower in stocks, dollar drops on dismal data. 2020 is the worst year for contrarians ever. Trump vetoes defense authorization bill, calls it a gift to China and Russia. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Maradona autopsy shows no drink or illegal drugs. Twitter followers of U.S. government accounts will not transfer to Biden. Morocco's pledge to repay IMF loans suggests economic turnaround. Trump vetoes $740 billion annual U.S. defense bill. Gunman kill dozens in Ethiopia's Benishangul Gumuz, writes body. I'll be home for Christmas, U.S. hits the road despite COVID surge. Ex-leader backblows party ends boycott of Ivory Coast elections. Will perpetrators of war crimes in Mali be held accountable? Bahrain calls for an end to Gulf dispute before regional summit. Fire breaks out in Bosnia migrant camp, deepening housing crisis. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Donald Trump vetoes defense bill, it is a gift to China and Russia. Exclusive, Sewa blasts Jewish Democratic Council of America attack on Richard Grenell. Turkish journalist who reported Erdogan ISIS ties sentenced to 27 years in prison. Andrew Yang files paperwork to run for NYC mayor. Poll, Georgia GOP candidates lead, women split on January vote. Pope Francis Instagram account appears to like second racy model pic. October's durable goods manufacturing growth was more impressive than we thought. Watch, wife of Georgia Democrat Raphael Warnock tells police he's a great actor after domestic dispute. Exclusive Lauren Boebert, I will carry a firearm each day in D.C. New York considering plan to allow 6,700 fans at Bills playoff game with contact tracing, testing. The next headlines are from UPI News. Man wins nearly $19,000 from lottery ticket selected by clerk. Watch, man swims 662 feet underwater on only one breath. Customer leaves $2,020 tip at Florida restaurant. Magnet fisherman pulls 19 grenades out of British river. Passenger flight in Nepal lands in wrong city. Watch, ring found on Australian beach 13 years after being lost in ocean. Look, firefighters rescue dog from frigid river in Massachusetts. Watch, baby elephant struck by motorcycle revived with CPR. Watch, former Ringling Brothers circus train cars being auctioned in North Carolina. North Carolina man's lucky lottery streak culminates in $100,000 prize. The next headlines are from odd, strange and bizarre things. 5 of the weirdest, strangest hacks of all time. 5 best board games for 2020. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. A security guard cycled for an hour to return woman's lost wallet, now the community's buying him a car. Ex-wife of Amazon CEO has given away $4 billion in last 4 months to help those affected by the pandemic. Watch the serendipitous moment a dog runs into her puppy brother in a park, even though he lives 500 miles away. New Zealand buys enough COVID vaccine for its Pacific Islander neighbors. Stunning photos from Great Conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn on Monday brighten spirits in December. Google is creating tools to tackle food waste and hunger at its moonshot factory. Man who is homeless is overwhelmed with emotion when Secret Santa surprises him with a brand new smile. People are adopting healthcare workers as a way to thank them for their service. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, December 23rd. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Parents convicted in 2009 balloon boy hoax pardoned. KFC made a bucket-shaped gaming PC that warms chicken. Seals are making Star Wars noises at each other underwater, and we have no idea why. Man pulls 19 hand grenades out of river while magnet fishing. Son shoots family dogs, then he and his dad kill each other, Alabama police say. Microplastics revealed in the placentas of unborn babies. Mission: Impossible crew members who quit offer jobs by porn company. Elon Musk claims he tried selling Tesla to Apple but Tim Cook wasn't interested. The KF console is real, and it boasts one big advantage over the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Congress legalizes Smokey the Bear impersonations. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. How breaking down a medicine to its atomic parts can help fight counterfeits. Watch, this AI is playing an infinite bass solo on YouTube. Brussels to give under 25s free public transport from next year. Being a Microsoft Azure cloud expert can get you hired now, and these certifications can help. Why Airbnb's incredibly successful IPO was a maverick move. I went from software development to HR and back. Here's what I learned. The Apple Watch is in full control of my pathetic life. Apple refused to discuss buying Tesla, says Elon Musk. AWWES, with 200 plus miles of range are becoming the norm. Getting a new console is better than Christmas as a kid. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Covering faces around kids won't mask emotions. New drug inhibits the growth of cancer cells. Capturing 40 years of climate change for an endangered Montana prairie. Evidence for a massive paleo-tsunami at ancient Eldor. New class of antibiotics active against a wide range of bacteria. How our brains track where we and others go. Ancient DNA retells story of Caribbean's first people, with a few plot twists. Disposable surgical masks best for being heard clearly when speaking, study finds. Perfect transmission through barrier using sound. Conifers can be green because of a photosynthetic shortcut. The next headlines are from Information Week. 2021, a year of IT career opportunity. Enterprise IT leaders face two paths to AI. Balancing business resilience in the wake of COVID-19. IT's pandemic year, lessons learned for the year ahead. 10 IT trends to watch for in 2021. How data, analytics and AI shape 2020 and will impact 2021. What manufacturing can teach us about operationalizing AI. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, December 23rd from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Exclusive, Pacific Islander, football leaders call on Utah State to take action against racism. Canada pulls documentary from Sundance 2021 over director's claims to indigenous roots. Utah championship will remain at Oak Ridge. This week in Mormon land, court rules on the Christian question, by Prof paints women giving healing blessings. Utah Politics podcast, Rob Bishop says Congress should have acted sooner on pandemic relief. Utah reports 24 more deaths from COVID-19. Mitt Romney says Trump is threatening relief deal with demand for $2K checks. Bywin review, Cougars end pandemic-ridden season with dominating performance in all phases. Aaron E. Carroll, a timid CDC waffles on quarantines. Thomas L. Friedman, will Trump force principled conservatives to start their own party? I hope so. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Russia lawmakers pass bills that could block social media sites. Nearly 500 million users played Among Us in November. Oracle's hidden hand is behind the Google antitrust lawsuits. Signal says Celebrite cannot break its encryption. Pfizer to supply U.S. with 100 million more vaccine doses. Authorities don't need to break phone encryption in most cases, because modern phone encryption sort of sucks. DeepMind's AI agent Muzero could turbocharge YouTube. Google CEO criticizes antitrust regulation. Facebook says it's standing up against Apple for small businesses. Some of its employees don't believe it. Telegram, nearing 500 million users, to begin monetization. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Missouri records nearly 100 new COVID deaths. Missouri Governor Parson grants 24 pardons, lessens 4 offender sentences. Illinois leads the country in COVID vaccinations. Mid-River Mall surprises deserving mom with $1,000 worth of gift cards. Body found behind North St. Louis County Walgreens. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Here are the top searched ones on Google. Ryan O'Reilly to take over as Blues captain. St. Louis County could learn more on limited indoor dining on December 30th. Pfizer to supply U.S. with additional 100 million doses of its COVID-19 vaccine. Chesterfield mayor apologizes on behalf of city councilmen who refuse to follow COVID protocol. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Mom who tested positive for coronavirus days before giving birth dies before holding baby, family says. EMT says he has COVID-19 symptoms after performing CPR on plane passenger who later died. President Trump vetoes major defense bill despite strong backing in Congress. Furnace sparks house fire. Santa Ana wins prompt red flag warning. Woman arrested on suspicion of killing boyfriend at apartment. Biden introduces Connecticut Schools Chief Miguel Cardona as Education Secretary nominee. Families take unique approaches to distance learning. California's new virus message, don't share your air. California health system buckling under COVID-19 pandemic as patients spill into hallways, conference rooms. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Look for a 10-15% correction in SPY stock in early 2021. The working group structures $50 million stalking horse license for intellectual property developed by Blackbird, preserves public use, auctions domains. Your guide to buying a running watch. Nest X Yale locks disconnect W faulty update 925 Google. Loudoun County Crime Report. Chrome will uninstall web apps through the Windows menu 925 Google. SPY, stock market duel, stimulus versus virus mutation stocknews.com. Noom versus Weight Watchers, cost and more compared. Is it legal to monitor your spouse's phone? Canyon News. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. General Electric gets $220 MIG contract for F-414 engines in support of F-A-18 production. U.S. Air Force uses cutting-edge SAR mapping technology in bomb hit assessment. U.S. Army will use AI to develop chemical biological defense systems. 13th Japanese C-2 transport aircraft undertakes maiden flight. Japanese Air Force jets scramble to intercept Russian and Chinese bombers. Hungary receives first batch of Jidran armored vehicles from Turkey. Pentagon's #1 weapons supplier to buy rocket engine maker Aerojet for $4.4 billion. ASRC Federal gets $249 M hybrid contract for U.S. Army supercomputers. Northrop Grumman secures $15 M contract for Iraqi Cessna 208, 172 fleet support. U.S. Air Force awards contract to Valancy for Skyborg. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. An emperor reveals his guts. Empathy, China, and the future, a SupChina year in review. Zhu Jun breaks silence to dispute sexual harassment allegations, declaring himself a real victim. Consumers love cheap groceries, but can community group buying withstand government scrutiny? More than just censorship, how China shaped public sentiment in the early days of COVID. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, December 23, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Christmas fire danger, water tree versus dry tree. Former San Jose police chief makes history in Dallas. 82-year-old COVID-19 patient beaten to death at LA County Hospital. Here's when the Bay Area stay-at-home order can be lifted. Blood test for cancer recurrence aims to cover more patients. Earthquake shakes near Gilroy. Why people are traveling despite dangerously rising COVID cases. Home invaders got key from former resident, police say. Inmate COVID-19 vaccines, California prison begins vaccinations. List, Christmas Eve store hours. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. OKC Houston game postponed, Harden out after COVID violation. Arizona routs Idaho to stay unbeaten. Jets DL Quinnen Williams placed on season-ending IR. Algonquin murder suspect continues to await extradition hearing in Colorado. Sangamon County judge tosses decision voiding Pritzker's executive orders. New Year's Eve 2020, restaurant dinners to go are all the rage this year. Pritzker, Illinois has vaccinated more than 100,000 healthcare workers. COVID relief bill morphs into a test of GOP loyalty to Trump. Cross-shaped solar array at Mundelein Seminary, a first for Archdiocese of Chicago. Cheer star pleads not guilty to child porn, sex charges. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle's Cal Anderson Park officially reopens to the public following encampment sweep. Blue Angels to return to Seattle Seafair in summer 2021. Some West Seattleites want to build an aerial gondola to connect Peninsula to downtown. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, December 23rd in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Houston mom and 11 kids lose home to fire just before Christmas. Company selling authentic bottled air from United Kingdom for $33. Houston area leaders say they're not ruling out possible curfew. Houston Rockets season opener against Oklahoma City postponed due to COVID-19. Everything to know about Soul on Disney+, release date, cast, Burrow Short and more. Tina Fey, Angela Bassett, Felicia Rashad lend voices to Pixar's Soul on Disney+. 2 killed, innocent woman injured in wrong way crash on SH-288. Boxing for bullies gives young people a fighting chance at life. Pixar's film Soul couldn't have come at a better time, co-star Questlove says. Mother of kidnapping victim slain by FBI agent seeks justice. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. High-scoring ways has Titans closing in on AFC South title. Browns to face Jets team that has finally achieved liftoff. Mitchell Trubisky, Bears offense suddenly thriving. Creighton hands Xavier its first loss of season in 66-61 win. Derek Carr upgraded to full participant for Raiders. Harris in unfamiliar situation facing Broncos for first time. AP source, Dodgers, Conler agree to $5.25 million, 2-year deal. U.S. again protects Citgo assets from Venezuela creditors. San Jose State finalizing extension with Brent Brennan. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, these people blew up their lives for love. Andrew Yang edges closer to mayoral run, opening fundraising committee. Coronavirus updates, EMT starts getting vaccinated as 12th FDNY member dies. Then and now, recreating old photos of Manhattan. Federal court takes rare step of appointing Audrey Strauss U.S. Attorney for Southern District of New York. Pretty desperate New Yorkers are rushing to get COVID tests before Christmas. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. NY scrambles to ensure COVID vaccine rollout doesn't leave behind Black and Brown communities. An 1821st edition of Sketchbook of Jeffrey Crayon, by New York City's first literary celebrity Washington Irving. Trump pardons disgraced former NY Rep Chris Collins, Blackwater war criminals, targets of Mueller investigation. The next headlines are from Observer.com. What the newly passed COVID-19 relief bill means for theater and the visual arts. Wonder Woman 1984 feels like a white feminist exercise. A worrying vaccine study and the COVID-19 mutation shadow rollout. The best new movies and TV to watch Christmas weekend. Video games will soon be Hollywood's next great IP war. Why the Netflix short canvas is a personal look at loss and love. Best CBD oil for anxiety, depression and stress, top 5 brands in 2021. Apple is planning an electric self-driving car featuring game-changing battery. Best CBD oil for dogs, top products of 2021. Home set, stylish holiday must-haves to celebrate the end of 2020. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.43 mag has occurred near San Juan in Puerto Rico. Minor earthquake 3.3 mag, 169 kilometers north by northwest of Larino, Russia. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag was detected near Tabelo in Indonesia. Light earthquake, 4.2 mag has occurred near Sola in Vanuatu. Moderate earthquake, 5.2 mag strikes near Bengkulu in Indonesia. Minor earthquake, 3.32 mag has occurred near Delta in BC and Nemex. Minor earthquake, 3.36 mag was detected near Waynoka in Oklahoma. Minor earthquake, 3.21 mag has occurred near Indios in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag strikes near Bengkulu in Indonesia. Light earthquake, 4.1 mag was detected near Atta Station in Alaska. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. 10 defining moments for women in 2020. Food culture in spotlight on UNESCO Heritage List. 2020, a yet more devastating year, closes with at least some signs of hope. We might have a COVID-21 or COVID-22 coming our way. Indigenous leaders want traditional knowledge to be centerpiece of new global biodiversity framework. The world in 2021. Why transforming our food systems is a feminist issue. A decade after the Arab Spring, Tunisia fails to keep up with the process of democratization. Empowering women through wisdom. Islamic feminists speak on fight to reclaim rights. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. 54 million Americans, including 18 million kids, to lack access to sufficient food by year's end. Tyrannical contagion, France eyes banning anti-vaxxers from public transportation. U.S. Navy patent describes EM drive for flying triangle craft. Viagra smuggling scandal hits federal air marshals. NYC orders sheriffs to track down travelers defying quarantine order, hospitalizations hit new high. We say no to mugshots at airports and borders. Our phantom middle class. Deficit walk Joe Biden sabotage pandemic relief efforts. What's actually in a U.S. COVID stimulus bill? Air Force tests drone killing microwave weapon in Africa. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did Trump commute Bernie Madoff's prison sentence? With a video filmed in secret, Trump keeps sowing chaos. Was Curb Your Enthusiasm filming season 11 during COVID? Did Rep. Ilhan Omar criticize AOC for getting COVID-19 vaccine? In final weeks, Trump keeps sowing chaos, hamstringing GOP. Video released in police shooting of black man holding phone. Can Veep play the Pence card and reject U.S. election results? Did Joel Osteen's mega church get a $4.40 and coronavirus loan? Trump vetoes defense bill, setting up possible override vote. Has the U.S. imposed martial law 64 times? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Purdue shaky claim of a non-existent investigation. A guide to Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. Trump's border wall, where does it stand? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Trump's Blackwater pardon sends a clear message, shut the F word up and obey. Voting company Dominion threatens to sue Trump boosting networks over election conspiracies. Travel back in time to 1950s New York City. Fox anchor grills GOP senator on stimulus checks, do you not want to commit to it? This is just what Jared does. Kushner bails on Trump's mission to destroy the 2020 election. Horrific body cam footage shows fatal police shooting of Andre Hill. USC prof accused of luring students to Italy for sex gets axed from classroom. Students say it's not enough. If you're tackling a dry January, this book may help. Maria Bartiromo tricked by animal rights activist posing as meat company CEO. Fox's Pete Hegseth applauds Trump for pardoning war criminals. God bless the president. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Knicks make key lineup calls before season opener. Florida couple allegedly used COVID-19 loan on mansion with British pub, report. Octopuses spy punch fish who don't like it, study finds. Rangers open daunting NHL schedule with 2 games versus Islanders. 7 shows like Tiny Pretty Things. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Get ready for storm as VI. Snapshot I, Hubble captures a molten ring. Physicists prove the existence of 2-dimensional particles called ions. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Inside the $250 method to convince Americans COVID vaccines are safe. Dr. John Lapik shares his experience getting the COVID vaccine. Sea level rise from climate change could be worse than projected. As coronavirus vaccines roll out, here's how the U.S. pandemic response may look in 2021. Working from home may be hurting planet more than previously thought. Groups lobby to be next in line to receive COVID-19 vaccine. Former CDC director discusses coronavirus vaccine distribution, potential immunity passports. Christmas gatherings could accelerate nation's COVID-19 crisis. Residents, state agency trying to maintain communities on Louisiana coast. Great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn captured in stunning photos. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Video, world's largest wooden Bigfoot sculpture unveiled in South Dakota. Our motion through space isn't a vortex, but something far more interesting. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. As deadline nears EU and UK near post-Brexit trade deal. South Carolina cops forced 71-year-old black man to stand outside naked at 4 a.m. while they searched house without a warrant, lawsuit. Music man, Phantom of the Opera star Rebecca Luker dead at 59. Houston man, 18, accidentally kills sister while showing off new gun, police. CIT, firefighter saves dog from massive barn blaze in Pennsylvania. Trump vetoes massive military spending bill, potentially setting up first override of his presidency. Supermodel Stella Tenen dead days after 50th birthday. Catholic Church in Germany apologizes for executing hundreds of witches. Jerry Seinfeld amends the Festivus holiday for 2020. Andrew Yang's run for NYC mayor is now official. The following headlines are from military.com. Trump vetoes annual defense policy bill, including military pay raise. COVID-19 cases among U.S. military personnel top 100,000. Coast Guard repatriates 110 Haitians aboard an overloaded boat. Army Special Operations medic, pregnant wife dead after domestic dispute. A shaving profile might be bad for your Air Force career. New Army cannon hits target 43 miles away in test. The military designed aircraft with only men in mind, now it is working to change that. We don't have a choice, military exercises in 2021 will focus on this big problem. Once part of the invasion force, Christopher Miller returns to Afghanistan to close down the war. Trump threatens to torpedo COVID relief with new demands. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Joliet police shoot and kill Naperville man, 19, after he pointed BB gun that was mistaken for semi-automatic handgun. Pritzker says more than 100,000 people have received COVID-19 vaccination in Illinois. The Great Lakes. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, more than 100,000 in Illinois vaccinated as 6,762 new COVID-19 cases and 135 additional deaths reported Wednesday. More people staying home for the holidays, but air travel still the highest it's been since early days of pandemic. Column, in some neighborhoods, Santa is a volunteer kids see every day. Great Lakes advocates look to Biden administration to take on climate change, a breath of fresh air. Holiday travelers arrive to O'Hare Airport. Read the lawsuit filed against Chicago, police officers in Brickyard Mall arrest. Federal lawsuit filed by woman who claims Chicago police dragged her from car by her hair and placed knee on her neck. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Winter storm in Dakotas, Minnesota make travel frightful. Earthlings and astronauts chat away, via ham radio. Catalyzing ammonia formation at lower temperatures with ruthenium. Evidence for a massive paleotsunami at ancient Tel Dor, Israel. Weedy sea dragon genomics reveal highly distinct populations. Quantum wave and helium dimer filmed for the first time. Discovery of chemical clue may lead to solving cacao's black pod rot mystery. Chemists convert plastic bottle waste into insecticide sorbent. Remarkable new species of snake found hidden in a biodiversity collection. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, December 23rd, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. How a Christmas tradition has helped track billions of vanishing birds. Is Carroll, Peru the oldest city in the Americas? A stranded scientist is bitten by a venomous snake and tells the tale. Artificial intelligence simulators, the next generation crystal balls. Best nootropics in 2021, the most popular smart drugs and supplements. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. FIU offensive coordinator Rich Roski will not return. Neptune's weird dark spot just got weirder. Governor eases virus school restrictions, urges February reopen. Lion leads Lille in PSG going into mid-season winter break. Virus hit Wolfsburg wins to reach German Cup last 16. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. AIF seeks perfect game, not Jerry Rice's 49ers record, Richard Sherman regaled by teammates. With video filmed in secret, president keeps sowing chaos. A record 22 candidates face off in Peru's presidential election. Newsom focused on character in choosing Alex Padilla, Shirley Weber for top roles. Oregon authorities link 2 virus outbreaks to 1 person. Cannot disprove self-defense, District Attorney's Office declines to file charges in fatal Richmond shooting. Road heavy start puts San Jose Sharks in challenging spot. Feds investigating fiery derailment north of Seattle. Holes in one, aces carded at Bay Area golf courses. As COVID hotels close, new homes open for more than 100 homeless Oaklanders. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. In bail bid, lawyers defend Ghislaine Maxwell's marriage. Feds charge 10 in drug bust linked to Oklahoma prison gang. Editorial roundup, excerpts from recent Minnesota editorials. Trump plan to curb drug costs dealt setback in court. Salvation Army strikes gold with anonymous kettle donation. Letlow transferred to intensive care unit for COVID-19 treatment. 3 arrested in death of man who crashed car after being shot. Nome criticizes length of investigation into Raffensperger board case. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Snowden and Assange deserve pardons, so do the whistleblowers Trump imprisoned. I sued Blackwater for the massacre of Iraqi civilians. Trump just pardoned those convicted killers. Investigator, DNC was directly involved in Iowa Caucus Act development, countering DNC denial. Powerful mobile phone surveillance tool operates in obscurity across the country. Inside the scramble for power in the board controlling Puerto Rico's financial future. Liberal legal organization renews Amazon VP's position on its board despite member protest. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, December 23, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Highest levels of microplastics found in mollusks, new study says. Neurology patients faced with rising out-of-pocket costs for tests, office visits. Chest pain risk assessment may reduce treatment disparities. Caspian crisis, sinking sea levels threaten biodiversity, economy and regional stability. Triple chemotherapy combination improves metastatic colorectal cancer outcomes. Molecular reporters expose the allies of the brain tumor. Immersive virtual reality boosts the effectiveness of spinal cord stimulation for chronic pain. Research reveals compromised transfer of SARS-CoV-2 specific antibodies through placenta. High brightness source of coherent light spanning from the UV to THZ. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 15-year-old boy wounded in Humboldt Park shooting. About 101,000 people vaccinated in Illinois so far, Pritzker says. Apples pack a lot of good nutrition as well as flavor. Bears Notebook, Matt Nagy sounds off on L.B. Roquan Smith being snubbed for Pro Bowl. Naperville teen fatally shot by officers in Joliet had a BB gun, police. Untethered, unfiltered, how Bears QB Mitch Trubisky changed his tone in 2020. 2 women shot at red light in West Garfield Park. Attorney charged in massive fraud scheme at Bridgeport Bank released from federal detention to prepare for trial. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. Blues named Ryan O'Reilly team captain, release schedule for 2021. Video, Chesterfield councilman banned from Best Buy for not wearing mask. Narwhals Teen 2 open-loaded, elevated nut shows in St. Charles early next year. In a country that cannot agree, what happens next? Pelvic floor strong, review the Alex Miller exercise program. Pro-mind complex reviews, scam complaints or pills that work. Abuse, neglect and Friday night fights at St. Francois Jail, lawsuit. Video, Concordia watchman interrogated black kids for walking through campus. Meredith Berry of La Verita believes hospitality for all, including workers. St. Louis then and now, the former famous bar building downtown. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Medicor reviews, shocking review reveals weight loss supplement truth, 2021 update. Best penis extender 2020/2021, customer review, comparison and results. Celeb chef Max Hardy bringing new pizza and wing franchise to Detroit. Michigan Restaurant Association praises COVID-19 relief package. Top 15 plus adult chat websites you can try for free, chat sites like Omegle for online chat. Iran incited violence against Whitmer, other officials on Enemies of the People website, FBI says. Tlaib revives call for $2,000 stimulus checks after Trump complains $600 payments are ridiculously low. Savage Love, live stream 2. Free Will Astrology, December 23rd to 29th. Say that title. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, December 23rd, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Hidalgo begs Harris County residents to stay home for holidays and says curfew is still last resort. NBA postpones Rockets opener tonight due to COVID-19. Rockets open season, 6 thoughts. Just in time for Christmas, Bun B helps Houston Music Foundation offer additional grants. The stimulus bill screws over single childless people. The art of the perfect Christmas stocking. The definitive anthology of the Indianapolis Colts crushing the Houston Texans' souls. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, Wonder Woman 1984. 12 days of favorite Houston food and drink experiences in 2020, Part 11, Stores and Products. Houston Concert Watch 12/23, Tennis, Ron Thomas and more. The next headlines are about world records making news. World records, why Jip Shurkir, Kip Tanui and Rudisha are an elite club of greats, the standard. This game holds the world record for most swearing, looper. World record mountain goat shot with bow by Kansas native in Alaska, the Topeka Capital Journal. Watch the world's oldest gymnast crush a seriously impressive routine in viral video, prevention.com. USA's 16 hours, 27 minutes, and 2 seconds World 4x 1500 record ratified, box score. Guinness World Record set in 2020 in Illinois, patch.com. Xbox and Bungie break a world record together, CO Tonic did. 2020 Swami Awards, Kaylee McKeon earns Oceania Female Swimmer of the Year, Swim Swam. Corkman receives Guinness Book of Record certificate for wheelie record, Echo Live IE. RuPaul's Drag Race, why RuPaul is in the 2021 Guinness World Records book, Screen Rant. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Consider this, wait and mash all the holidays into one. Apple reportedly booting thousands of video games from its China App Store. Taste brings the Cards Against Humanity style edge to dating apps. AirPods, MacBooks, and iPads. Oh my, today's best Apple deals. Stop using calorie counting apps. Charlie Sheen, Dolph Lundgren, and Danny Trejo all spread Russian propaganda on Cameo, report. Jerk is gonna win an Emmy or an Oscar or something for Apple TV Plus, for sure. Patients are paying more out of pocket for MRIs and other brain health exams. Watch the 7 minutes of terror awaiting NASA's perseverance on its Martian descent. The 10 best deals of December 23, 2020. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Mzabane in Swaziland at 120.92 degrees Fahrenheit or 49.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Tugunkani in Russia at minus 64.66 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 53.7 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Trump vetoes $740 billion defense bill, citing failure to terminate Section 230. Microsoft Flight Simulator in VR, a turbulent start for wide open skies. Trump admin agrees to pay Pfizer $1.95 billion for 100 more vaccine doses. Musk says Apple passed on Tesla acquisition 3 years ago. Samsung's Galaxy S21 Ultra hits the FCC, confirms S Pen and Wi-Fi 6E support. For Biden administration, Fauci's in, but Birx is not. Rocket report, SM-9 rolls to the launch pad, SLS wet dress test ends early. The omnibus bill was packed with energy and environment policy. Let's Encrypt comes up with workaround for abandonware Android devices. Leonardo da Vinci's drawings have unique microbiomes, study finds. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump hammers Georgia airwaves with his anti-election conspiracy theories as voters cast ballots. Trump's pardons make it impossible to hold the president accountable, Mueller prosecutor. Tea Party official slams Trump for pushing more stimulus, you are no better than AOC. The Sidney Powell of Geraldo Rivera's, Fox's Maria Bartiromo mocked after punked interview with fake CEO. Trump is acting out of anger that Republicans are abandoning him, Politico reporter. Pentagon says Biden lied about not being briefed on Russia hack, but they won't say who did it or when. Move, Mitch, get out the way, McConnell and McCarthy under fire for obstructing $2,000 relief checks. Watch, legal expert unleashes a devastating list of William Barr's misdeeds on CNN. No Merry Christmas vacation for enraged Trump. Trump vetoes defense spending bill in rebuke to Congress. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Giant Bigfoot statue appears in South Dakota 929nin.com. Bigfoot-like monkey man caught on camera in Singapore sparks renewed speculation, Bro Bible. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Mysterious radio signal from a nearby star leads scientists to investigate alien life, travel plus leisure. An updated way to calculate the likelihood of the existence of extraterrestrial civilizations, phys.org. Let's search for alien probes, not just alien signals, Scientific American. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. New results challenge prevailing dogma regarding brain plasticity following limb loss, News Medical Net. Even after long-term exposure, bionic touch does not remap the brain, Science Daily. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Exosomes act as messengers and decoys to save healthy cells from viral infection. Massive science. Could wild fisheries keep us alive after a global nuclear war? Massive science. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, December 23rd, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Key figures in Tom D. launches UFO organization jumping ship. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, December 23rd, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.